Hey everyone. So today I'm going to talk about an article that I read, Leadership Education from Within a Feminist Ethos. And this is by two authors. I can't really pronounce their names, Dentith and Parolin. So this fits in with my research about feminine leadership theory. And so I begin with why this article matters for educational leaders. So, feminist leadership is deeply rooted in the broader movement for social justice, and it addresses exclusion, specifically racism, sexism, homophobia, and classism, and it equips leaders to notice, name, and act on inequity. The article challenges the silence, so the idea of silence, that basically is meant to erase marginalized experiences, and emphasizes reflection and dialogue for leading change. So, as an educational leader, we must foster environments where honesty is valued over politeness. The theoretical foundation here is postmodern feminism. This perspective does reject essentialist views of identity, and instead it sees identity as fluid and intersectional. Power is also understood as complex, productive, and institutional, while knowledge is always situated and context dependent. So, effective leadership requires intersectional, context aware analysis. So, recognizing how race, gender, class, and other factors shape experiences and opportunities. Module 1 focuses on the feminist history and activism. So we study women's activism across 2 centuries, paying attention to the racial, ethnic, and cultural groups. Schools are seen as sites of civic struggle and possibility, and historical awareness is essential for equity-focused leadership. And that helps us understand how past movements inform present challenges and opportunities. Module 2 introduces feminist theory as a lens for leadership, or as lenses for leadership. And these theories explain gender and power, and they compare liberal, radical, and postmodern feminisms. And then through autobiographical reflection, leaders examine their own gendered histories, and that reveals how everyday routines can reproduce inequity. So this module encourages us to critically assess our practices and challenge the status quo in leadership. Module 3 emphasizes learning that leads to action. So dialogue about uncomfortable topics and examination of power relations are central to this. Power is reframed as supporting others and dismantling obstacles. So leaders are called to design conditions for learning and change. And we want to move past or beyond passive understanding to active transformation. So, what does this all mean? All of this means for educational leaders that you want to lead with commitment to social justice. You want to build habits of reflection and dialogue. And we also are looking to redesign professional learning to foster transformation, which is going to address the silence, address this politeness, and the productive and encourage productive disagreement, which is going to create spaces where honest inquiry is encouraged and valued. So the question that I have here is, what leadership practices in your school unintentionally rewards that professional politeness over honest inquiry. So that's really what I wanted to kind of discuss is the professional politeness is often seen, as compliance, but how can we or myself kind of challenge that to open up a better discussion? Thank you so much.